Hello, my name is Craig Thompson-Wood. I'm your host on the Board Gaming Teacher, and I am here to do part 2 of the setup of the Triad25 campaign. So the teams have been picked. If you haven't seen that, then please go back to the previous video where I chose the teams in a draft mode for this new Triad tournament. I wanted to be a little bit more careful this time around. In the last one I did, one of the things I found was a problem was that there was just too many just problems with the map. I found there was too, like, all the black things, all the black domes were on one side, all the the big mesas that were in the middle that were just making a huge area that just was impassable. So it was just really sort of funneled things in certain directions and really just cut off a lot of opportunities for things to happen unless you got to the right domes. So this time I'm going to be a little bit more conscientious about how I'm setting things up. For starters, I'm choosing, each team made sure to choose something. This one has the big monument in the middle, but this one, these are tunnels underneath, so even this above is clear, right? And I'm going to, with this one, I'm going to treat this area here where the circle goes around as the thing. So up to this line here, and so this one, for example, this hex here is free because this is not covered on the ground. This is the shadow. This is the building itself. So only this circular stand that it's positioned on will be covered. So this is Team White's choice and Team Black's choice. I can't remember which is which. Now I know one team had three modern, so they chose a modern tile, and the other one, they have high movement, so I just think there's a lot of opportunity here for the clear ground and stuff that they can, clear space, they can, they've got a lot of characters with 7 movement, where the average tends to be more like 6. So I thought maybe they'd take advantage of that. So as always, of course, you have the black and white bases, you have Lith's Lair, you have the 4, we're just going with the standard labyrinths again, one of each time period. Now what I did with the domes keys here is I made sure that each dome, had 3 colors on it. Well, not always, actually, since this one has 2. But I'm trying to have an even representation of the colors, because again, I found that I was not a lot of colors, not a lot of variety in the colors, or not an equal distribution of the colors, or whatever. Anyway, I want to make sure that that is not a problem this time. So what with this, there are like 6 black. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. There's 4 green. There is 2, 4, 5 yellow, and 1, 2, 3, 4 red. Timber. And so that is me just trying to make sure that this game is going to be interesting, because again, I don't want to have what I had last time where it was just too many things getting funneled in certain directions and not a lot of opportunity. You got this colored dome, was like, oh well, you're over on the dead side where there's nothing interesting happening. So I want to try and avoid that, because it's not as much fun for me playing, and it's also, I'm sure, not as much fun for you, the viewer. All right, so Team White is going to choose first, and so Team White, this is Team White over here, as you'll recall, is Dr. Panopoulos, Robin Hood, Sheridan, Benedict Arnold. Oh, now that's one thing I want to mention, Ace Cannon, and now, where's Leah? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Leah, there she is. Sorry, so Leah. Now, this is something I noticed during the editing, that Leah counts as 2 characters for all purposes. So after she was chosen for the team, and she was the first choice for the team, then that meant she was 2 choices. So what I'm going to do then to rectify this, so these should only have 7 characters, because she's actually 2 in 1. I am going to take out the second choice they took, which was Smoke. So Smoke is being removed from the game right now. He is not going to be a part of this. So this way they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, and so they were the ones, they had more modern. So this is their platter here. So let me get things cleared off, and I'll get this set up underway. So as I was just putting together Team Black, this is going to be Team White's first move here. I also realized I forgot to pick the random one. Each team picks one, and then there's a random one. So this is the random one. I just sort of reached into the pile and picked one out randomly. This is it. So we do have this impassable water here, and then some maces, which I was trying to kind of avoid. But there's not that many, and they're not that obtrusive. So I think we can make this work. All right, so put that to one side because I think what Team Black's going to do, and I'm making the teams. I want to try to make this like an interesting map. So that would be kind of cool. Is this layer can kind of really shake things up a little bit. So let's put this thing in the middle here between the two, and with that down there, then that really sort of incentivizes or almost demands. So that's 1, 2, 3 for Team White. Then Team Black understands what they're going for here. Is going to put that one down. So let's lay it right in the middle there. I think that's kind of that's fun. And now, you know what? Team White is going to place the bases. And let's do this. I'm just going to put both bases down here like this, right? So, you know what though? Yeah, I think that gives Black a bit more freedom to move around and do stuff. Team White's a little more boxed in. So that sort of suits it. It's not being cruel. I was thinking it would be kind of mean to put one person's base thing there, but I guess this they can still get out, but it's still not ideal. Right? I thought it'd be more interesting to put like one of the labyrinths up there. Okay, and so back to Team Blacks. That was 1, 2, 3 for Team Blacks. So back to Team White. I don't know if I can't remember what I said there, but I feel like I'm not being very correct with my Black/White team calling here. Now with the sort of sorting out there the domes, I don't think I'm going to be using all of them, but I am going to, in the end, make sure I have as even of a distribution of the domes as I can get. So I like the idea of going in through a tunnel. Then we're going to make this the entrance to the ancient labyrinth there. So that's going to be the ancient labyrinth there, and let's put one of our multicolored dome things here, and another multi. So we have, what color don't we have there? We don't have green. So let's put one with green. This is something colonial out there. We don't have anything colonial. Let's put green more forward, more front and side. There you go. Better. Love it. Okay. So that's that. 1, 2, 3 for Team White. Back to Team Black. So we have to get these 3 things in. So I think Team Black's just going to take it upon themselves to do these 3. And you know what? Let's just put the modern dome down here. So that's the modern dome down here. And let's see if I can back this up. I guess I push that forward and see if I can. There you go. All right, see the whole thing. And then the next 2. 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, there's 1 here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so one of them's going to have 2. And yeah, I want to encourage a lot of that labyrinth use. So I don't necessarily want to put it there and make it harder for people to get into the labyrinth. All right, and then back to, it seems this one's. Okay, you're out. I think I have enough things here to go around. And then back to Team Black. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more spaces to go. So what don't we have? We don't have any of the black ones, right? So you're not out. I love you. You're just going to keep that one broken part off to the side. Put 1 there and 1 there. Give the people who get on to the black domes some options, and they get 1 more. So let's now there's red on every one. We have 1 green, 2 yellow, 2 red, 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 green. So 1 blue, 1 green. So let's do the last 2. Let's just do this. So it doesn't matter which team's doing it, right? Just get them out there. And let's put the greens in the middle. And that is it. That is all the spaces filled out. I think this looks a lot much more interesting. Like I said, this layer can shake things up. You've got one dome down here. Lots of access to different domes. Kind of this little catacombs going into the ancient labyrinth there. And that is it. So far, I'm pretty psyched about this. I think it's a good setup. All right. If you see any problems with this setup, please let me know in the comments section down below. I'd like to, if there's anything that just you see as a glaring problem, or just it could really sort of impede some of the fun of the game, or so forth, let me know, because I better to fix something now before I get into it and like 6 turns in halfway, and then something like, oops, no. Now I'm just noticing here. Just gonna spin this around. With the dome here, this monument comes here, and then there's a wall here with the future dome. I am going to allow people to cross through there, right? So for that, just again, for sake of just letting people have access and making things accessible and make it more fun, we're going to do that. But that is it. So that is the setup for the map now for the Duel of Ages 2 Triad25 campaign. And next time I will probably do, I know I'm saying doing only one turn to start. I may do at least a couple turns at the beginning, just because the first turn is really nothing with just people coming into domes, right? So it takes a couple turns to get things started. So let me get things started, and then I'll slow it down and do one a week after that. All right, but until next time, I'm your host, Craig Thompson Wood, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.